Grew and great sorrow came. The keys smiled.
You're not to blame. And those Zooks will be sorry they started this game. We'll dress you up right in a fancier suit. We'll build you a fancier slingshot to shoot.
And he ordered the boys in the back room to figure how to build him some sort of triple sling jigger.
With my triple sling jigger, I sure felt much bigger. I marched to that wall with great vim and great vigor, right up to Vanich with my hand on the trigger.
I'll have no more nonsense from Zooks who eat their bread with the butter side down. Vanich looked quite sickly. He ran off quite quickly.
I'm unhappy to say, he came back the next day in a spiffy new suit with a big new machine. And he snarled as he said, looking frightfully mean,
You may fling those hard rocks with your triple sling jigger, but I also know I have my hand on the trigger. My wonderful weapon, the jigger rock, snatch him, fling right back as quick as we catch him. Well, no more nonsense. We'll take no more guff from you yolks we bread with the butter side up.
I have failed, sir. I sobbed as I made my report to the chief guru in the headquarters fort, but he just laughed.
You've done nothing at all of the sort. The slingshots have failed. That was old-fashioned stuff. Slingshots, dear boy, are not modern enough. All you need is some newfangled kind of a gun. My boys in the back room have already begun to think of a wall-thing with zinger one.
We bright boys are thinking we're on the right track. We'll think of one quick and we'll send you right back. We thought of a great one. We certainly did. We thought of a gun called the Kickaboo Kit, which we loaded with powerful primitive powder and ants' eggs and bees' legs and dried flags and chowder.
And we carefully trained a real smart dog named Daniel to serve as our country's first gun-toting spaniel.
Then Daniel, the Kickapoo Spaniel, and I marched up to the wall with our heads held up high.
While everyone cheered and their cheers filled the sky, fight! Fight for the butter side up! Do or die!
well, we didn't do, but we sure didn't die. But we sure did get worsted, poor Daniel and I. Vanich was there too, and he said the old pig.
My boys in my back room have invented this rig. It's called the 8-nozzle elephant-toted boom blitz. It shoots high explosive sour cherry stone pits. Put your dumb Kickapoo kid on the fritz.
Poor Daniel and I were scared out of our wits.
Once more, by Vanich I was best in beat. I dragged and sagged and my spirits were low, as low as I thought they could ever go.
Then he heard a boom bat and a diddly dee down, and the butter fan marched up over the hill. The chief guru had sent us to greet him, along with the right-sided up song girls to meet him. I'll be faithful, believe in thy butter. And we lifted his spirits right out of the gutter.
My boy, we just voted and we made you a general. You've been promoted. Your pretty new suit's ready. Get in it. The big war is coming and you're going to get it. And this time, we're certain to win it. My boys in the back room have finally found how.
Wait till you see what we've puttered up now. In our great new invention, you'll fly over the wall and clobber those butter-down Zooks once and for all.
Those boys in the back room sure knew how to putter. They made me a thing called the utterly sputter. I jumped aboard with my heart all aflutter.
Vroom, vroom,
And then steered toward the land of the upside-down butter.
This machine was so modern, so frightfully new, no one knew quite exactly what it would do, but it had several faucets that shot blue goo.
which somehow would sprinkle the Zooks as I flew, and gum up that upside-down butter they chew. I was racing pell-mell when I heard a voice yell.
If you do us Zeus, you'll get sprinkled as well.
Vanich had a sweater exactly like mine, and he yelled,
My blue goo is working just fine. If you think that Ukes can do Zooks, you better forget it, because Zooks can do Ukes.
I flew right back home, and as you may have guessed, I was downright despondent, disturbed, and depressed.
And he saw just as soon as he stepped back on land, so were all of the girls from the Butter Up band. The chief drum major at Miss Yuki and Sue said that was a pretty sour flight that you flew, and the chief guru had been looking for you.
I raced to his office. The place was a sight.
Have no fears. Everything is all right. My bright boys in the back room have been brighter than bright. They've thought of a gadget that's newer than new.
It's filled with a mysterious Malakamu and can send all those Zooks clear to Salamagu. We've invented the Bitsy Big Boy Boomeroo.
Now just run to the wall like a nice little man. Drop this bomb on the Zooks just as fast as you can. I've ordered all youths to stay safe underground while the bitsy big boy boomer is around.
As I raced for the wall, with the bomb in my hand,
He noticed that every last yuk in our land was obeying our chief Yokaru's grim command. We were all bravely marching with banners aflutter, down a hole for their country and right side up butter. That's when Grandfather found me. He grabbed me and said,
you should be down in that hole and you're up here instead. Perhaps it's all for the better somehow. You'll watch me make history right here and right now.
Grandpa leapt up on the wall with a lopulous speed, and he cleared his hoarse throat with a glopulous beak.
Here's to the end of that terrible town, full of zooks who eat bread with the butter side down.
All of a sudden, we heard a clup clup, and feet on the wall, and old Vantage had clumped up. The boys in his back room had made him one too. In his fist was the big bitsy boy Boomeroo.
I'll blow you into pork and wheat beans. I'll butter side up you into small smithereens.
Grandpa, be careful! Who's gonna drop it? Will you or will he?
Be patient, we'll see. We will see.